From Isotopes Park in Albuquerque, New Mexico, 15,000 expected for New Mexico United and Phoenix Rising FC. It is the USL Championship on ESPN+. Sean St. Jacques, George Metellus on hand. Let's take a look at what happened the last time these two teams came together in USL play. All the way back on March 16th, George, it was a 3-3 thriller. Every time New Mexico scored, Phoenix had an answer.
Oh, it sure did. These are two of the top teams in the league in terms of attacking play, so they really did go at it. It was one of the best games of the season. Poor goalkeepers. They were just beaten all over the place. Now, hopefully, we will get the same kind of matchup here today at Isotopes Park. But for Phoenix, especially what happened last week, they don't want this 3-3.
Kevon Frater, our player to watch for New Mexico United, he is perfect for his team. When he scores, New Mexico haven't lost.
Yeah, and what he does for the team, obviously the finishing, but he also shows that he can drop back, hold the ball up, hold possession for New Mexico United, and that could free up Devin Sandoval and some of the other players in attack for New Mexico.
Believe it or not, Phoenix Rising are trying to start a new winning streak. Lost last time out to Fresno. The Foxes were not afraid and ended the 20-game win streak, a North American professional soccer record.
Yeah, and it was a very surprising result that Fresno was able to beat Phoenix. Remember, Solomon Asante, probably the league MVP, missed 2 penalty kicks in that game, or else we're looking at a 21-game winning streak heading into this one. Still a great run for Phoenix Rising, and they will need to bounce back strongly against a possible playoff team.
This is a can't-miss game. New Mexico fighting for their playoff lives. Phoenix Rising making history everywhere they look. It's New Mexico and Phoenix coming up next.
Hey, where's Roush and Justin?
I don't know, bro.
Yo, this is crazy. Y'all gotta come check this out. Come on, come on.
You search joke. 3 smart devices walk into a bar.
A bar is a counter where beer is served. Beer. Michelob Ultra is a beer free of artificial colors or flavors.
Favors are friendly gestures like ordering a beer.
I will have one. No, your operating system is not old enough.
Ha, ha.
Ha.
There's enough artificial in the world. Michelob Ultra. No artificial colors or flavors. Superior light beer.
That is a good one.
Sean St. Jacques, George Metellus back here with you, getting you set for New Mexico United and Phoenix Rising. Two teams with a ton to play for in front of a sold-out crowd at Isotopes Park. Let's take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Michelob Ultra. We start with the home side, George, New Mexico United. We talked about Kevon Frater, but he's got a couple of friends up front he's hoping that can help him in the scoring effort. And the big one is Sandoval, the number 9.
Yeah, Sandoval is a veteran of the USL, also former Real Salt Lake as well. But look out for Chris Wehan. He is a big-time playmaker, creator for New Mexico United, who made 4 changes from the side that lost to Reno, with Bori, Suggs, Muhammad, and Frater in the lineup for Troy Lesesne's side.
Let's take a look at the history makers. Rick Shantz, 11 for Phoenix Rising. The front 3, Asante, John, and Flemings. Enough said.
Yeah, Solomon Asante, league MVP, the leading goal scorer in the USL Championship. And Rick Shantz makes just 1 change from the side that lost at Fresno, with Lambert coming in for Peter Vassell. So he is very confident in this starting 11 despite the loss last week. And why not? I mean, you're talking about 20 games in a row. They have to be feeling strong. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this matchup plays out with the tactics on New Mexico United come out at home in front of their fans.
Tonight's keys to the game are brought to you by Garcia Automotive Group. Tonight's keys to the match for New Mexico United are: 1, compact lines in the mid-low block, winning transition moments in the game, and the big one, playing a complete 90 minutes. As Coach Troy Lesesne is hoping in front of a packed crowd, a blackout crowd, 15,000 expected. It's one of, if not the biggest games in New Mexico United's inaugural season, and they are ready to rock inside Isotopes Park in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
And one of those keys to the game, I think, will be very important for New Mexico, and that's the one about the deep lines and the blocks, because defensively they have to be solid. They have to neutralize Asante and his Phoenix Rising attack. The main priority, I think, for New Mexico is to make sure they do not give up a goal and then try and exploit Phoenix, maybe if there are any kind of holes in the Phoenix defense. But #1 priority, do not concede a goal.
New Mexico in their beautiful black home uniforms with the yellow trim. Phoenix in their road reds with the black trim, black shorts, and red socks. Again, as we said at the top, Phoenix had a 20-game winning streak heading into their last outing with Fresno, who beat them 2-1. First opportunity for New Mexico as Josh Suggs, captain tonight for New Mexico, trying to put some early pressure on Phoenix. Phoenix coming in 22 wins, 3 losses, all of them on the road. They haven't lost at home all year in league play, but the only team that's beaten them at home all season was New Mexico in the U.S. Open Cup on penalties earlier this season. And believe it or not, Phoenix, because of the draw in the first outing, they have not beaten New Mexico. They're the only team on the schedule that they've not beaten this season. New Mexico's hoping to keep it that way today.
And we saw in the preview, in the pregame leading up to kickoff, it was a back and forth affair. New Mexico taking the lead, then Phoenix responding. That match in Arizona. So New Mexico United should be feeling very confident that they can win and beat Phoenix. As you mentioned, eliminated Phoenix out of the U.S. Open Cup, got the draw on the road. So New Mexico United have no reason to fear Phoenix Rising.
Ball headed towards that far side. Out of play, it's a New Mexico throw-in, I should say. Amadou Dia, his first touch for Phoenix, leads the team in minutes this season for Rick Shantz squad, and always seems to put in a very strong performance at the back line for Phoenix. Zach Lubin's first touch, the goalkeeper for Phoenix Rising. Pressure in the midfield being put on by Sam Hamilton. Back with New Mexico. Centering pass, Frater tried to get on top of it and wins a free kick. Challenge came in behind from Kevin Lambert. But the ball is given right back to Phoenix. Number 20 in reds, the man to watch for Phoenix. Solomon Asante leads USL Championship in goals and assists this season. 22 goals, 15 assists in just 28 games this season for Solomon Asante. He's broken all of the records basically set by Emmanuel Ledesma from FC Cincinnati. Last year, his combined goals and assist record has already broken the single season mark. He's also 3 goals away from tying the regular season record set by Cameron Lancaster back in 2018 of 25.
That is some eye-popping, jaw-dropping stats for Solomon Asante. Just goes to show what a great player he is and how brilliant he has been in this USL Championship this season.
Here come New Mexico United. Sandoval was trying to set that up on the far side. Centering pass, Sam Hamilton back out wide. Chance to put this into the penalty area, chance, a goal! Devin Sandoval brings them to their feet in Albuquerque, and United lead inside 4 minutes.
Listen to that crowd.
You can't hear yourself think in Albuquerque right now. What a start for New Mexico.
Brilliant service over the top by Padilla, playing it in, and then Sandoval beating his marker to the ball. The Phoenix just unable to get any kind of possession, and New Mexico very intelligently working the ball side to side. They found something down the right side, and how about that? 4 minutes in, they ignite, excite, and delight the crowd here at Isotopes Park. Perfect start for New Mexico United.
That United goal was brought to you by your Delta Dental of New Mexico. Teeth mean business, and so does Devin Sandoval. What a start for New Mexico United, who are, remember, in a playoff fight right now in the Western Conference. 6 teams are separated at the moment by just 2 points, stemming from 8th place to 13th place. New Mexico are that team in 8th place at the moment on 40 points. Phoenix, in the meantime, have basically clinched everything but one thing, and that's home field throughout the USL Championship final. But at the moment, Pittsburgh leads Indy 11 by 2-0. If that score holds up and Phoenix wins, they could clinch that tonight. So plenty to play for both. And New Mexico just fired the early statement.
A brilliant finish by Devin Sandoval and some really slack marking by the Phoenix Rising defense. Devin Sandoval has been absolutely lighting it up. He's got 6 goals in his last 4 games, including a hat trick in this building against Colorado Springs, the Switchbacks, in the perfect time. You want your best players, your goal scorers, in this case your number 9, to be scoring goals right toward the end of the season when you need those goals to make the playoffs, or in New Mexico United's case, secure a better seed in the playoffs. So Devin Sandoval peaking at the right time, playing his best football at the right time.
10th goal of the season overall, and what a start. Phoenix looking for the answer. Asante in, ball put towards the net by John, but the save by Burry.
You see how quickly Phoenix can get into the attack with Solomon Asante. It's not the point man in the attack, that is Adam John. Because of his pace, his quickness, and his skill set, he can run out of defense. And that, as we saw there, play the ball inside and try to set up a teammate as well.
Great stat just given to us here. New Mexico scores the first goal here. When that's happened and you scored the first goal against Phoenix this season, they're 3-3-3, Phoenix is. When Phoenix has scored the first goal this year, George, perfect, 19 for 19. How big of a goal does that look now when you put that stat on top of it?
Oh, it sure does look massive. There's only one word to describe that stat. Or maybe it's a compound word. Front runners.
I was thinking jaw dropping.
Oh, jaw dropping, okay, yeah.
Both work.
Yep. Yeah, it's like Tiger Woods before all his knees and back gave out. He was great when he was leading heading into the 4th round of a major. But from coming back from behind, not so much. It seems to be the case with Phoenix.
Well, that's the thing. We get to see Phoenix respond. Haven't seen too many of these chances this season to see Phoenix play from behind, as that stat kind of points to. They're ahead most of the games they play.
Yep.
So we will see in front of this raucous crowd, this blackout crowd, how they respond to a 4th-minute goal by Devin Sandoval. By the way, the 3rd player for New Mexico to reach double figures in scoring this season. Santi Moar is not in with the team today, suspended for this game. So keeping that in mind as well, Devin Sandoval taking an early chance is very important, and New Mexico is trying to keep the pressure on because we know Phoenix will have an answer at some point.
And Santi Moar is a brilliant creative player for New Mexico. So they definitely will miss him. Well, maybe they won't because they already have the 1-0 advantage. But he's a player that, especially on the left side, can balance that attack.
Lovely play here from Phoenix, but the challenge comes in defensively that time from Sam Hamilton, and New Mexico clear their lines. Mohamed plays it back, and it's controlled at the back. Justin Schmidt playing it forward. Suggs in field to Juan Guzman. Some pressure there on Hamilton, and he wins a free kick.
You see Phoenix trying to get the ball back. They want to equalize quickly. They don't want New Mexico to continue to build confidence. And so they're trying to put some pressure on the back line and on those holding midfielders. That's why Adam John commits that foul there on Sam Hamilton. But that's just perfect start for New Mexico United with that Devin Sandoval goal.
Michael Ratchuk is our center official for this match this evening. Boy, if Troy Lesane, the coach for New Mexico, in his dreams last night was thinking of how the first 5 minutes of this game would go. I think they would have gone a little bit like that.
If he was really greedy, he would have been a couple more goals too.
Maybe.
Yeah, like a 3-0 after 5 minutes, but he'll take one, yeah.
New Mexico trying to find their way back into the penalty area again. Chance to serve this in. Pretty good ball, back post, not dealt with. Oh, it's over the bar. Josh Suggs had it on a platter and blasted over the top.
I think Suggs is surprised that the ball fell for him. It's a poor clearance here by Dumbuya. Some sloppy defending there. And Suggs mishits it. See, he takes it with the instep of his left foot, the inside of his left foot. Maybe trying to be a little too delicate, too refined with the touch there, if you will. He missed the golden opportunity to make it 2-0 for New Mexico United.
Mustafa Dumbuya didn't know much about it, hit off of his backside and then landed right into the path of Josh Suggs. Like you said, maybe didn't expect it, maybe thought that he was going to get there first, and instead it's put over the top. New Mexico United under Coach Troy Lesane. It's the inaugural season for New Mexico. They want to have this crowd be treated as some playoff soccer as well. That ball is blasted at a mile high over the top. Got a little greedy there, and it's a goal kick.
Imagine that, your first season in existence, and you get the playoffs, you make the playoffs, but not only that, you have, throughout the course of the season, been able to give the best team in the league fits. You've been able to basically eliminate them out of one tournament, play them to a draw on their home pitch. You wonder if maybe New Mexico United is a team that Phoenix, they don't match up with well.
Handball away from the ball. Then there was a little skirmish in front of the referee. The crowd was on it immediately. And a couple of players for Phoenix are being held back here. Not sure exactly what happened. Well, Radchuk has a yellow card in his right hand.
Yeah, Adam John
is being summoned here. Solomon Asante is giving his piece. He can, as the captain, of course, talk to the referee about matters like this. Again, remember, there was a handball before this little off-the-ball skirmish took place.
I think
it's being talked about, and John has been booked. Here's another look at what happened here. And yeah,
he pushes him.
Extracurriculars after clearly the whistle had been blown.
I remember Adam John had fouled Hamilton earlier in the game too.
That Seitel yellow card was issued to Phoenix's number 9, Adam John, and maybe the emotions a little bit starting to creep in. He's got a smile on his face now, maybe a wry smile, after getting booked inside of 14 minutes.
Wonder if that yellow card and what Adam John did there signifies that maybe New Mexico is in their head a little bit, Phoenix's head a little bit.
Cross comes in, headed away. It is a corner kick. Evan Lambert trying to do some damage on this near side after lovely footwork by Solomon Asante, kind of set that play up. Now a set piece opportunity for Phoenix.
If you're Solomon Asante now, your team is trailing, your big number 9 just picked up a card. You're the captain. You have to take that leadership role, be a little more proactive in terms of leading the attack.
Dia in, back post, headed away. Only as far as Aguinaga, back in and wide. And New Mexico handled that pretty well, and it's a goal kick.
We saw Lambert take the shot there on the first occasion, and then Musa, the two central midfielders, with some long-range efforts. They need to be a little more patient in the build-up to the attack. They want to get that equalizer so quickly.
You can tell already the crowd is having an impact, not
Yes.
just on proceedings, but the players are reacting. There's no question about that. Asante trying to find a teammate in behind. It was cut out well. Suggs controls for New Mexico United. Tried an overlapping run on that near side. Now New Mexico have it on the Phoenix side. Muhammad controlled it initially, and the header by Lambert, and it's back with Phoenix Rising. Here's Asante.
Good job by Lambert tracking back to cover that space, because Dumbuya was the one that bursted forward that Asante was trying to get it to. So that left all that space behind them. Lambert covered it well.
From New Mexico again, Sandoval was the target. Cleared away. Aguinaga trying to play back and forth with Junior Flemings, who could make some history tonight if he scores. I'll tell you about that in a second. Here's Asante. John in behind. Flag has stayed down. Lambert trying to force his way through, and he does well. It's a corner.
Well, you wonder if Lambert slows down waiting to hear the whistle offside, because it's a great pass. It's Asante to John. John one touch into space for Lambert, and Lambert doesn't turn toward goal. He turns away from him, thinking maybe it was an offside.
This corner kick brought to you by Crown Plaza Albuquerque. Opportunity for Phoenix, down inside of 4 minutes. Looking to respond, like you said, George, as quickly as possible before the crowd really gets involved. They already have.
No better way to energize the crowd in a big game like this is
Yeah.
to get a goal early, and New Mexico did that.
Dia takes this short, lofted into the penalty area. It is cleared out, but it's on this near side, out for a throw-in for Phoenix. Dia initially looking for Asante, and will leave it in the end for Dumbuya. Phoenix will reset.
Phoenix has to be careful here. All of 10 of their outfield players are in the attacking half.
Chance to put this into the penalty area. Back post, chance, header out of the play. That was actually almost a dangerous play. It's still with New Mexico. Frater looking for space and loses out. Asante maybe got a little too ambitious and hits it right to the goalkeeper, and it's easy in the end for Burry.
Yeah, unfortunate for Frater.
New Mexico have it at the other end, onside here. Switching field, Sandoval the target. He's going to keep this in on the near side. Sandoval the goal scorer. Ball was played short initially by Guzman. And New Mexico controlled at the back. Justin Schmidt forward with it. Back to Guzman near side. Frater in some space. Leading goal scorer for New Mexico United. Sandoval on the turn. Frater Lovely ball out wide. Could open things up here for New Mexico United. In it comes. Sandoval was the closest to it, but Musa clears it away for Phoenix.
Yeah, good patient build up there by New Mexico. Trying to break down that Phoenix defense.
John's got to be careful going at the back there of the defender. It's still with New Mexico United. Guzman controls. Schmidt. There's Sai, was almost picked off, and he's last off of Phoenix on this near side. Some pressure from Asante. Played all the way back to the goalkeeper. John with some token pressure, and it's booted forward. Good control there. AJ Cochran booting that forward. Manny Padilla lets it ride out. And it's a throw-in. Challenge there, and it'll be brought back.
The referee's got to let that go, let that play continue. Aguinaga committing the foul, but Hamilton did well to play the ball out wide, and they maintained possession. Let the play go. Don't interrupt the rhythm of the game. It's a foul for sure, but play the advantage and let it go. Karan Frater had the ball in the middle. They maintained the possession. It disrupts the flow of the game. That could have been a good counter-attacking opportunity for New Mexico.
The crowd was so loud that the players couldn't hear the referee's whistle stopping that last free kick. See the flags waving in the background there. And now play is able to restart. I could barely hear the whistle.
Yeah.
It's so loud inside Isotopes Park, and 15,000 expected. And it's a blackout. Everyone in their black shirts supporting New Mexico United, who lead by 1-0 on a 4th-minute goal by Devin Sandoval. Frater leaves it for Suggs. And New Mexico will reset.
See that New Mexico, every player that touches the ball, see one touch, maybe 2 touches, and then boom, they get rid of it. They want to play the ball quickly. They want to play the ball moving forward. They want to play quick one-touch football to try and get into those spaces quickly and disrupt and disorganize the Phoenix midfield.
Ball played forward. Sandoval was in the picture, was further ahead. A chance to put that ball in behind. The run was made by Suggs, and it's with Phoenix. I mentioned it earlier, Phoenix in the league has only lost 3 times all season. Fresno, of course, last time out. Austin beat them earlier in the season, and Orange County beat them as well. All of them by 1 goal. And obviously the fortress, at least in league play, that has been Phoenix this season. They haven't lost at home, except to New Mexico in the Open Cup. But on the road, they've been great. There's no question about that. 10 wins and 2 draws along with those 3 losses. But we will see how they play from behind here. Handball, as it was Aguinaga trying to draw a penalty in the box, and instead for putting his hands on the ball to try to stop play and basically ask the referee, what do you think? He's called for handling the ball.
Well done by, it's like Juan Guzman helping out defensively. But it was Suggs that he was engaged with. But Suggs, because he's been pushing forward down the left side of the New Mexico attack, playing so high up, it's been Guzman who's trying to provide that cover defensively for New Mexico on the left side. That's why Guzman was in the picture there, but it was some good defending there by Josh Suggs.
Guzman controls for New Mexico United. Challenge did come in, Suggs helping out. Guzman recovers. And a step in there, but it could place Sandoval in if he gets onto this. But the backtracking job of AJ Cochran only helped for a moment. Frater, and it's blocked. Still rolling, this could stay in. And Phoenix do well there. Wow, what a great job there to keep that on this near side, as Dumbuya does the job. Here's Asante. Dumbuya plays it all the way back, and Phoenix will look to reset. Corey Whelan moving forward with it for Phoenix.
And those two forwards up top, Kevon Frater and Devin Sandoval, playing with a lot of confidence, not only in attack, but they're trying to dispossess those center backs and those defenders as well, try to get the ball deep in their attacking half and get some really dangerous goal-scoring chances.
Musa. Dumbuya assessing his options. Now looking for help near side. Lambert wins the throw.
Phoenix is ripe for a counterattack. All 10 of their outfield players, when they have possession, are in the attacking half. And that is going to leave a lot of space in the back. And Frater's a player with pace. You haven't seen Weehan touch the ball, but he's someone that can distribute from that midfield and put that perfect pass into space that could lead to a one-on-one or a good goal-scoring opportunity. So Phoenix, they better be careful. They need, if they're going to bring all those players forward, they have to make sure they hold on to the possession.
Fleming's putting the pressure on, fouls Hamilton. And it's a free kick for New Mexico United. Score is now 3-0 Pittsburgh. So if Phoenix does find a way to come back, they would have home field throughout the playoffs, even through the final as well. So still a lot out there for Phoenix to play for. Even before that was even a factor.
Yeah.
But that helps them a little bit more, knowing that a goal could really help them in their case to play all their games during the playoffs in Phoenix, even the final, potentially, if they get there. And as we just told you earlier, in league play, haven't lost there all season. There's a foul.
That is a massive result in their favor, but they still have to take care of business here in Isotopes Park. And right now, the Phoenix attack, Asante on a couple of occasions has looked dangerous, as you might expect, but New Mexico have looked the better side going forward.
It seems like every time they go forward, looks like they're going to create something, if not a chance to really put an opportunity to put it in the back of the net. Fleming's not thrilled with the call on the far side. And it's a New Mexico throw. Phoenix have created some opportunities, but it's not been as free-flowing so far as what New Mexico has put forward.
And the intensity of New Mexico, the fact that they are putting pressure on whoever has the ball, some good pressing on the Phoenix players, has been a big difference so far in this match.
Justin Schmidt.
Oh.
Lovely turn there by Sam Hamilton to open up some space. Here's Kevon Frater. Back to Hamilton. Frater. Mohamed plays it back. Asante with the pressure. He gets it back. Asante from John. Solomon Asante. Side netting. That is how quickly Phoenix can get you. And they almost got New Mexico there.
And what happened, New Mexico, we mentioned it. Play the ball quickly, one touch, boom, boom, boom. Justin Schmidt, a little too casual with the ball. Got dispossessed, and it almost led to an equalizer for Phoenix Rising. If you're a center back, look, center back's main job is not to dribble the ball. Their main job is to defend. So when you have the ball on your feet, if you're Justin Schmidt, get it off your feet quickly to a player in the midfield so that they can move the ball forward. He held on a little too long, was a little too casual, thought he can get past the Phoenix players and almost gives up what would have been the equalizer.
Some coaches I've talked to over the years will call that dilly-dallying
on
the ball.
Yes.
And it almost cost New Mexico there.
Yes, if you're Weehan or Hamilton, Mohamed, you can dilly-dally on the ball. But if you're Justin Schmidt, you can't do that, especially when you have an Adam John or Asante on top of you.
And really had nowhere to go with it.
Yeah.
No teammates around. Here come Phoenix again. John cuts it back. Good challenge by Hamilton. Asante, first time back into the penalty area. Headed towards goal. Flemings was lurking, but it's cleared away. Tete, I believe, was the one that got the touch to clear it. Frater now trying to get through. His jersey was pulled. His shorts were pulled.
That's a yellow.
And surely Michael Radchuk will have to take action here.
That's got
We'll
to
have
be.
to see.
That's got to be yellow on Amadou Dia. I mean, he's not only pulling the shirt, he's pulling the shorts too.
Let's take another look. Well, hard to argue with that. Dia definitely has a handful there.
They kind of threw him to the ground there. I mean, that looked like a yellow card to me, but
doesn't look like he has been booked. Play continues for New Mexico. Mohammed.
But if you look at Adam John picked up a yellow card with a frustration foul.
Just out of the reach on that far side. As Christopher Weehan, you mentioned him earlier, made that run in behind, trying to make something happen.
And then you saw the foul there by Amadou Dia. New Mexico United is frustrating Phoenix right now. And for New Mexico, that's absolutely positive. That's exactly what they want to do. And these players getting frustrated like that, it takes them off of the game in terms of the tactics and the touch and the movement and the actual soccer.
Adam John drew the foul, and Phoenix will start up again here. Doumbouya on the near side for Phoenix Rising. About a half hour played. 4th minute goal from Devin Sandoval. 6th goal in the last 4 games. Has New Mexico in front of 15,000 blackout fans here in Albuquerque. Phoenix on 71 points, top team in USL Championship, but they have yet to beat New Mexico in all competitions in the previous 2 meetings. Asante, errant pass. And it looks like in the end, it's controlled by Sam Hamilton. And now on the far side, Padilla for a moment lost control. Hamilton boots that. It's off of a Phoenix player. And then Schmidt clears for New Mexico only as far as A.J. Cochran back into the penalty area. Asante tried to get on the end of it. Fleming's pressuring. And it's out for a Phoenix throw. This is more like it for Phoenix Rising.
Yep, being more aggressive there. Asante now moving into the middle more. That's allowing Doumbouya to move and get involved in the attack as well down the right side.
Here's the aforementioned Doumbouya. Ginaga trying to run onto this for Phoenix. Doumbouya. Ginaga instead switches fields, and it's an errant pass over Moose's head. And it's given right back to New Mexico, who are not going to waste any time. Frater.
Look how quickly Weehan wanted the ball to play.
Now looking for some help. Muhammad joins the attack. And now New Mexico, for at least the moment, will settle things down with Suggs here on the near side on a good pass from Hamilton. Guzman.
Mexico, they want to boom, one touch, quick pass, one touch, quick pass. And trying to.
Could lead to an opportunity. Sandoval's in the area. And the challenge at the end, A.J. Cochran got a foot in there. A key clearance there for Phoenix Rising.
You can see Sandoval was unmarked, a little bit more of an accurate pass. Sandoval can chest it down, and then he's one-on-one against Zach Lubin.
Ball played inwards, Padilla, Hamilton. Some pressure from John coming back from his striker's position to help out. Schmidt, near side, Suggs. Good play from New Mexico. Cross into the middle. Nobody made a run there for New Mexico, and Phoenix are let off the hook.
First of all, well, how about Justin Schmidt? Great pass down the left side to find Suggs. Suggs puts in a perfect pass into the penalty area. What happened is Sandoval and Frater and Weehan are too deep. You need one player. If you're going to have 2 players that make a run into that 6-yard box, you need one player to drop back and to be an option toward where the penalty spot is. All 3 of them were just caught too deep. No one in the middle. And that ball was just begging to be struck over the line into the back of the net. But give credit to Justin Schmidt That ball he played to the left side to Josh Suggs.
Lovely play there from Lambert to find some space and open it up. Doumbouya floats it in. John chests it down but can't control it. It's only as far as Kevin Lambert looking to find a teammate. Moose is there with him. Doumbouya is as well. Into the penalty area. Aguinaga almost found Lambert. John trying to keep it alive for Phoenix and does. Asante trying to work his magic.
Oh,
Lovely footwork. Floats into the penalty area and it's headed away. And as far as Lambert. And now New Mexico clear it up towards Sandoval. Frater now trying to alleviate the pressure. A push and a chase. No whistle blown.
Ooh.
Frater, Sandoval in behind. And instead Lubin beats him to the spot.
I thought maybe Frater got away with a foul there.
Lubin sure thinks so.
Yeah.
Let's have another look at this.
Well, maybe it's shoulder to shoulder. Maybe that's what the referee, Michael Rodchuk, was thinking there.
Corey Whelan was the player who went down on the play.
I have to say, Solomon Asante, he did a little juke move that completely left the defender going one way. It was Barry Sanders like what he did there. It was spectacular. And I think it's those little things that make soccer the beautiful game. You know, I mean, you got the goal scorers and everything. That's great, obviously. But those little things like that make it the beautiful game. Like when we saw Sam Hamilton, he got fouled, but a little touch over the top to play it out wide to Weehan. That was beautiful game stuff. That's what makes soccer so special. Like,
here's another look, George. Look at
boom,
that.
look at that.
Woo.
Oh. I mean, if
ankle breakers.
Yes, it sure was. Sure would have been. Yes, ankle breakers for sure. That's Barry Sanders, Allen Iverson type stuff right there from Solomon Asante.
Step back over Tyronn Lue kind of stuff.
Oh man, hit the three right in his face,
right
at
in the
Staples
grill.
Center. Yeah.
That's right. Well, he's been doing it all year. Solomon Asante, shoo-in, you would think, for MVP. He's doing it all this year for Phoenix Rising, a reason that they went on that 20-game winning streak, a reason that they lead the league with 78 goals. They have a plus 50 goal differential heading into tonight as well. As you take another look at that challenge from Frater.
He got kicked in the face.
Corey Whelan got the worst of that.
Oh.
There's no question about that. Play continues. That's gotta hurt.
Oh yeah, that definitely hurts.
Here's Asante.
I mean, that's like, I don't know if it's concussion hurts, but that does not feel good.
Played back. First touch from Whelan since he got hurt on that challenge.
I wonder if there's, I mean, he got kicked in the face there. You have to wonder if the concussion protocol has to be put into play there, because that looked pretty nasty. I know Frater did it completely unintentionally, but still, that was pretty nasty.
Here comes Phoenix, ball into the penalty area. John was the target, didn't really get anywhere near him. Sandoval trying to hold up play for New Mexico and does brilliantly on the far side. Able to pass it through the defender and wins a free kick.
Aguinaga with the obstruction.
Boy, the crowd on that far side are asking as many questions as the players are. You gotta love seeing that. Here's another look.
Yeah, some obstruction there. Well, first of all, how about Sandoval? The way he controlled it off of his chest. That was excellent. And then controlling and then drew the foul there on Aguinaga.
Padilla on the far side lost out. John controls for Phoenix Rising. It'll be all the way back to Zach Lubin in goal. Some pressure being applied there as the run was made by Weehan.
Big tall goalkeeper showing some pretty nimble feet there.
Back with New Mexico United. Sandoval. Mohammed. Guzman has some space on the far side. Padilla. Guzman surveying the scene. Weehan. A couple players centrally could switch fields as well. Suggs does get it on the second ball. No, he's beaten to it. Asante. goes down, free kick. Frater with the challenge from behind. The two stars collide. And now Asante is slow to get up.
Saw Kevon Frater with that push on Corey Whelan. So the referee has to give him another warning here. There's that quickness, that burst. Solomon Asante. And the beauty of soccer, once again, I'm going to say it again, it's those subtle little touches, but it's also the fact that someone like Solomon Asante, you can tell that he's a head shorter than Frater, and yet he's the most dangerous man on the pitch for both teams. So just another example of why this is a great game.
Header won by Whelan. Far side, Amadou Dia does well and wins a free kick. Only shot on target for New Mexico was the goal they scored. Sandoval in the 4th minute. Phoenix has had a couple of chances, but have yet to find the back of the net. And now a free kick for Phoenix Rising will be brought back, and a little more extracurriculars away from the ball. Lambert to Musa. Gumbuya has been providing some options here on this near side. No question about that. He's been trying to probe on this near side. Musa switches fields.
Dumbuya there on the right side, providing and pushing forward in attack. He's making Josh Suggs stay back and defend as well. So Suggs doesn't have that, is more hesitant, more reluctant to bomb forward in attack.
Flemings was trying to touch that forward. Ajinaga back to Flemings, looking for a free kick, not given. Here come New Mexico again. Weehan on the far side, great touch there. Musa wins it back and wins a free kick, and he's not happy with that extracurricular possibly from Frater, and it's still getting physical between these two sides.
Well, Musa has to be upset with Weehan. Weehan is the one that brought him down and made the contact from behind.
Referee,
yep,
for a couple of challenges, will book Kevon Frater. And here's another look. The initial challenge there was on Hamilton. Here's the look at the Musa play. And you're absolutely right, George. Reacted to the wrong guy's challenge,
yeah.
I think.
And actually, Frater picks up a yellow, but Weehan should probably get a yellow for that challenge as well, especially coming from behind.
And the referee might have seen Frater do or say something after the play was over that warranted the yellow, along with some of the other challenges, you know, the accumulation of it that leads to the booking.
Yeah, the referee put in his mental Rolodex all the challenges that Frater made. And
into the penalty area, bobbled around. Chance to shoot, it was blocked initially, almost fell back towards the penalty spot, and New Mexico clear it. Another whistle there. That's a tell. Yellow card was issued to New Mexico's number 10, Kevon Frater. There's the confirmation right there. It's been a testy match, as we expected. No question about that.
But every time there's a foul, it's been a Phoenix player that gets up and shows the frustration, shows the anger, and is lashing out. So they're the ones, the Phoenix players are the ones that are a little bit more on edge than New Mexico. Obviously trailing after that loss to Fresno. The Phoenix players seem to be more on the verge of coming undone psychologically than New Mexico. New Mexico is baiting them a little bit with some physical play, and Phoenix is falling for the bait and kind of deteriorating a little bit as a whole psychologically with every time they get up and have something to say, have some kind of some words for a New Mexico player. Phoenix needs to calm down, poise themselves. They're only down a goal.
Amadou Dia trying to change that, trying to lift this into the penalty area for Phoenix. Pretty good ball in, back post, the header is down and it's wide. Out for a goal kick. A couple of Phoenix Rising players had a chance to get to that, and instead it's not on target, and a goal kick for New Mexico United. Here's another look.
Yeah, it's a great swerving service into the area. Looks like it was Whelan with the header. And just wide. Phoenix, obviously, run of play, they can score. Quarter on a counterattack, excuse me, they can score, and then on set pieces as well.
A little over a minute plus stoppage time to go in what's been an electric first half. Crowd has done their part. New Mexico have done their part. Phoenix have really had nice stretches of play. They've just not been able to make the most of it yet. That's out a play off a deflection, and it's a goal kick for New Mexico United. Again, Devin Sandoval's 4th-minute goal separates the sides so far, sent them into a frenzy at Isotopes Park inside 5 minutes, and they haven't been quiet since.
Phoenix have certainly settled the game since that goal, probably I would say about the 15th, 20th minute. They've had most of the possession, but they haven't tested Benjamin Bowery in goal for New Mexico United. So while they've settled the game, they've had most of the possession, just haven't been able to get that finishing touch.
Frater takes it off of Asante. Kevon Frater goes alone, blocked. And the great recovery tackle by Corey Whelan forces it out for a corner kick on the near side.
Well, Kevon Frater does well to win the ball in the midfield. But what happens to Kevon Frater, he has Wehan, he also has Devin Sandoval making a run to his right, but he holds the ball a little too long, and by then he's deep into the penalty area, and there are 3 players from Phoenix preventing him from making the pass. He's got to look up and make the pass sooner to Wehan, who's wide open.
It's a Crown Plaza Albuquerque corner kick, safely into the hands of Zach Lubin. Stoppage time is brought to you by Orange Theory Fitness. We are in the orange zone now. 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half. We're about 30 seconds into it now with New Mexico United up by 1-0. Can Phoenix put together one last chance at the end of this first half? Here's Solomon Asante. Lambert. Asante. Good vision. Dumbuya. John in behind. New Mexico trying to clear it. Muhammad finally does.
Oh, what a great ball by Asante to find Dumbuya in the area. And Dumbuya does well to square to John. John has to one-time the shot. There's no need to take an extra touch there. It was built up beautifully, set up beautifully for John to take that shot, and he just wasted the opportunity.
Challenged by Sandoval. Lambert goes down. About 30 seconds of stoppage time remaining. One player down for New Mexico as well. Play continues. Sandoval is the player down. Phoenix keep on going. The turn by Dia. Tried to draw the foul, didn't get it. It's back with New Mexico. Padilla put that forward. It was flicked on. Frater is brought back for a foul, trying to get to the ball. And that might be the last major action of this really fun first half.
And looking forward to seeing what happens in the second half. This intensity of a huge game. It feels like a playoff atmosphere here at the Isotopes Park.
What a first half. We're only 45 minutes in. Still 45 to go. That man, Devin Sandoval, scored in the 4th minute, sent Albuquerque into a frenzy, and that's the score at the half. New Mexico United in this big game lead by 1-0. Quickly, George, your first half thoughts.
Well, I like the way New Mexico came out in that first 10, 15 minutes, played well. Phoenix settled the game in the last half portion of the second half, looked more dangerous. Solomon Asante, he's starting to pick out the spaces in the New Mexico defense.
At the half, New Mexico United leads by 1-0. A really fun game in Albuquerque. More to come as the halftime report gets underway. The USL Championship Western Conference Showdown here on ESPN+. More to come in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere.
experience something together. This beer, so pure you can taste it. Michelob Ultra Pure Gold. Beer in its organic form.
Halftime in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Sean St. Jacques, George Metellus back here with you. United lead Phoenix by a 0-0. Devin Sandoval's 4th-minute goal separates the sides at the moment. It's been a part of a wild Western Conference playoff race so far this season, George. 7 points separates 4th place through 13th. And of course, New Mexico are right in the middle of that. And we know how important this game is for them this evening to see out.
Yeah, there are going to be a couple of teams in the Western Conference who are playoff worthy that will not make the playoffs because of all the points that are going to be exchanged and lost and dropped and won over the next couple of weeks. This is going to be an exciting playoff chase in the Western Conference, and New Mexico United is adding more and more excitement to that.
Let's take a look at New Mexico United's strength of schedule upcoming. These are the final games for them this season. Pretty favorable schedule,
yeah.
And that's probably putting it lightly.
Absolutely. And then look, 3 of the last 4 are at home.
Right.
Against teams that none of those teams are going to the playoffs. So they have to pick up maximum points at home, and then if they can get a draw on the road against Tulsa, preferably a win, it makes it even more exciting. And then remember, there's also playoff positioning as well. So you want to try to get into those top 4 spots. Maybe with a good winning streak here, they can get into those top 4 spots.
What is an atmosphere here in New Mexico? What a year it's been for Phoenix Rising. Here's a look back at that unbelievable 20-game win streak.
Caro lofts it up, loose in front. Fleming's a swing and a miss. Now it's Musa. Oh, what a hit! James Musa, all the way from Phoenix. How can you forget that? No, I'm just saying. Let's just say that you've locked in. Oh, Asante on the first time. Asante's done it, and he's given Phoenix another beyond memorable moment. But Asante now. He curls one in. Fernandez. Now Asante lofting it in, hoping for Dia! Phoenix at the death! They keep the winning streak alive, and it's Amadou Dia! Of course with the brace! Out wide for Dabuya. Half an hour to play. Lambert goes back for Dabuya. It's brilliant football, but a save off the line. Dabuya again! It's a first for Mustafa Dabuya, and it's in front of the south end. Phoenix lead 3-1. It's Asante, and it's off the post and in. Solomon Asante to the rescue for Phoenix. It just keeps getting better and better. Another game in the Western Conference of the USL Championship. Another Phoenix Rising Football Club win. 18 wins in a row. Every single week they find a different way to stun you, to capture your heart, and to make your heart stop all at once. Cross early, falls to John! There's the goal for Phoenix! Is that number 19 in a row? Adam John! It just continues! Let's go with the left foot, Jamal Johnson! What a goal! Perfectly placed!
To splice this New York defense with a curling effort. That's incredible. What a goal by Knight. Johnson, though, going to hurry things up. Tenorio giving a blast. Goal!
Glover Clever will take a shot. He fires it home for a classic.
Cicerone to the back post, sliding it in. What a start for St. Louis. Tyler Blackwood.
Wharton and Espria in it as well. Williamson strikes and puts it in, a fourth for T2 on a beautiful strike.
Asante saved by Cochran.
And a save by Morton.
Through and a diving stop.
Punched away by Laurel. Follow, kick save Laurel. And this.
It's a hammer. Oh, that's an important intervention by Logan Ketterer.
Knocked on, Klaus fires, and back of the net. Paul Klaus. Find one here, ball swept in. Headed on, up and in, and just like that, Toronto answers.
Ball played forward up the side. Moon trying to drop it back. Tries the left-footed shot and finds the back of the net. Nick Moon in stoppage time in the first half, breaking the deadlock. Rayo now for Rodriguez, going for that top corner. What a save by Silvestre. The midfield for Richmond. Calls for Wheeler Avenue, and a shot saved by Fitzgerald. Still around the box for Chattanooga. The shot by Caparelli's pushed aside by Herrera. Austin Amer.
Sean St. Jacques, George Metellus back here with you. New Mexico leads Phoenix Rising by 1-0 at the halftime break. Let's take a look at the news and notes from around the USL Championship this season. A lot to touch on. Obviously, the biggest news and note has to be the playoff race. 8 teams are in, George. 10 points separate 4th and 14th in the West. And 5 spots are still up for grabs in the East. It's a wild goose chase for postseason football.
Oh, absolutely. And when you consider that parity is so important in American sports and that so many teams have a chance to get into the playoffs and then obviously win the title, it just means that we have everything set up perfectly for a great final stretch of the regular season and so many teams still in the playoff hunt. This is going to be a great finish.
El Paso and Fresno, certainly a game to watch as well. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. Obviously, Phoenix has been there for pretty much the whole season, but a lot of notable teams that can really make a lot of noise, and New Mexico is going to try to add their name to that list.
If you're Phoenix, you have to beware of Fresno and New Mexico. Fresno, obviously, because they ended the winning streak, and New Mexico has owned them and played pretty well throughout the course of the regular season. But Phoenix Rising, clearly the best team in the regular season in the USL.
Let's have a look at the scoreboard around the USL Championship. How about RGV taking down Orange County, ending their 6-game winning streak? A couple other games are still going on at the moment as well. Vegas beating Colorado, a game they need to have as well. They ended up taking home the 3 points there.
Yep, and Vegas, a team that many people thought might qualify for the playoffs, has been disappointing for them with Eric Ronaldo, but still a team that going forward can be very, very strong and have a chance to qualify for the playoffs next season.
Interesting to see what happens in the Western Conference. This game will have a lot to do with what happens in the Western Conference. At the half, New Mexico 1, Phoenix 0. Highlights and stats coming up after a quick break.
was in China as an entrepreneur, building a consumer-focused business there, living in Shanghai. I'm Jonathan Crane, I'm CEO of Crane Shares. I started to see some very major growth trends happening in China. I saw an opportunity to launch Crane Shares, an ETF company that would really help U.S. and global investors better understand how to invest in China.
Crane Shares in New Mexico United dare to go where others have not.
Sean St. Jacques, George Metellus back here with you. Albuquerque, New Mexico, the site. New Mexico United has a 1-0 lead over Phoenix Rising at the break. Let's take a look at the highlights from what was a really wild and fun first half,
Yeah.
George. Obviously, New Mexico got off and running inside 4 minutes.
Yeah, how about Manny Padilla here with the service, and then Devin Sandoval with the finish, as he's able to get inside of Cochran and score a fantastic goal. One of the hottest goal scorers in the league, 6 goals in the last 4 games. And then Suggs with a great opportunity to make it 2-0, but his shot goes high over the crossbar after Dumbuya messed up there and made a mistake. And then a mistake in the back by Justin Schmidt, and Asante, league MVP, well, soon to be league MVP, it's not official yet, but he misses the opportunity there, and Justin Schmidt almost gives up the equalizer for Solomon Asante, the Ghanaian, who has been absolutely dangerous, and his passing has certainly been slicing up the New Mexico midfield and backline. And then this header here wide by Corey Whelan. But it's been a first half where both teams have had some chances, but obviously New Mexico finishing their chances much better, and New Mexico's defense has to be careful going into this second half after what happened toward the end of the first.
Here are the match stats at the half. Obviously, the one that matters, 1-0 New Mexico. 7-4 Phoenix in shots, but shots on target really tells the story.
And that possession number, I think, is going to change in the second half in favor of Phoenix as they try to chase that equalizer, and then obviously that second goal. So that possession number should change by the end of the 90 minutes. Now, that doesn't mean that Phoenix is going to win the game, because we've seen plenty of times where a team has had more possession and they still lose. But Phoenix is going to chase the game, so they'll have more of the ball. So that means New Mexico United's defense has to be very tight.
Let's take a look at the upcoming USL schedule. A number of games definitely worth taking a look at. Obviously, Phoenix still with things to wrap up as well on October 5th. New Mexico United really could use that win over RGV regardless of what happens tonight as well. And obviously San Antonio worth watching, and El Paso and Fresno a huge game as well.
Yeah, that San Antonio game against Las Vegas. San Antonio, if they don't pick up the 3 points, that might put them out of the playoff picture. So that's a big one for them as well. And in Sacramento Republic, maybe they can get into the top 4, depending on what happens with the OKC Orange County match.
Back to live pictures now inside a raucous Isotopes Park in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Again, if you're just tuning in, Sean St. Jacques, George Metellus alongside. We can't wait for the start of this second half. It's the biggest game in New Mexico United's history in their inaugural season. At the moment, it's all going according to plan, up by a goal to nil. Devin Sandoval's 4th-minute strike sent this place into a frenzy. They haven't quieted down since, and they're hoping to keep the energy up against the Phoenix Rising team that has shown some of their signs, but has not really gotten going yet.
Yeah, they've had struggles getting it going, Phoenix. Solomon Asante living up to the billing, although he missed a great chance in the first half. I think this second half is going to go the same way the last 20-25 minutes of the first half went. New Mexico United sitting back, absorbing the pressure, trying to maintain their shape defensively. Phoenix with most of the possession, but they're also going to have a lot more players going forward, committing bodies forward in attack. That could leave Phoenix vulnerable for the counterattack. So I think New Mexico United, their second goal might have to come from a counterattacking movement, because Phoenix is going to want to have most of the possession here in the second half.
Phoenix on the ball in their red uniforms with the black trim. New Mexico in their blacks with the yellow trim, as that is chested back to the goalkeeper by Josh Suggs, wearing the captain's armband this evening for New Mexico United. He's been dangerous on the left wing going forward for United in the first 45 minutes. And New Mexico, we talked about it, George, in the first half. It seems like every time they're on the ball, it looks like they're very dangerous. Phoenix has been kind of taking them a little bit more time to set things up.
Yeah, New Mexico have some great individual players that on the ball can break down and beat a Phoenix player one-on-one. Phoenix, Asante is that man for them. They're trying to get more of a team game going. Get everybody more involved, get everybody more touches. Aguinaga getting some touches as well. Junior Flemings was able to get into the penalty area a couple of times and had some swings of the ball, but didn't make clean contact.
That ball's in behind for Frater. The flag goes up. He was just about to tuck it in the back of the net and then kicks it through Zach Lubin's legs for good measure. Some frustration there. It was a great idea, but Frater was too early with his run.
But that's something to watch for here in this second half. Phoenix, they're going to push bodies forward. That back line of those two center backs are going to be high up the pitch. That could leave them vulnerable for Sandoval and Frater to get in behind them. With a well-timed run, they're onside one-on-one against the goalkeeper. That's not good for Phoenix's defense. So because they have to chase the game and get this goal, they're going to commit bodies forward. It leaves a lot of space in the back for Sandoval and Frater to exploit.
Whelan heads it back to Lubin, his goalkeeper. And Dumbuya on the ball for the first time in this second half. Lambert in some space for Phoenix. Asante beaten to it by Sam Hamilton. And then Asante goes back, he goes down. And the whistle goes. Hamilton not thrilled with the call. Asante is down on the ground. Troy Lesesne does not like the call. And Asante's teammates are going over to check on him, as is the medical staff.
Well, Hamilton won the ball and then is going forward, and Asante, as quick and as fast as he is, comes back and wins the ball back, or at least positions himself to win the ball back for Phoenix.
Michael Radchuk is our center official. Here's another look. There's a second look, and there's a little bit of contact, I think, on that left hand on the back of Asante from Hamilton. I don't think that was on purpose.
Didn't really look that bad either. Solomon Asante is the MVP, but he's also a pretty good actor. Because, yeah, there's contact in the back of the head, but for Asante to go down like that, it's a little too much there. A little too much histrionics. Doesn't look like he got punched in the back of the head or anything like that.
That's a tell yellow card is issued to New Mexico's number 4, Sam Hamilton, for that challenge. Crowd told you what they thought of it, and play continues. Asante is still being tended to on the sidelines. So for now, Phoenix are playing with 10 men. And that ball is cleared away by New Mexico United, and Asante will rejoin proceedings on the far side of your pictures.
I don't know. Didn't look that bad. Maybe just the shock of it, I don't know, but I can see why. I think the referee, more than anything, for the, not so much the contact, but, well, there was contact, but from behind there, Sam Hamilton trying to recover. That might have been why he got the yellow card.
Out of the reach of Amadou Dia, who's making the run on the near side, and it's a throw-in for New Mexico United. Dia throws it in, Frater. And a push in the back by A.J. Cochran. It's a free kick for New Mexico United.
Kevon Frater is definitely frustrating those two center backs for Phoenix, and Whelan and Cochran.
Ball played forward. Frater's the target. Lambert heads it down. Dia to Lambert, pressured by Guzman. Still Kevin Lambert. Dumbuya joins the fray. Here's Asante. He's now getting booed every time he touches the ball. Musa Phoenix trying to build towards an equalizer. Lovely spin there by Flemings, but it doesn't lead anywhere.
Frater dropping back defensively.
Hamilton to Muhammad for New Mexico. John trying to put the pressure on, and it's cleared forward by New Mexico. It's headed out of play, and New Mexico was fine with that. It's a corner kick on the far side, a Crowne Plaza Albuquerque corner kick. And Phoenix will organize themselves inside the 18-yard box.
Let's see who's the target here for New Mexico. Is it Frater? Is it Schmidt? Suggs and Schmidt in the middle.
Wien in with it. Back post, it's in!
Wow.
2-0 New Mexico. Justin Schmidt. Dreamland on a blackout night in Albuquerque.
Well, this is a big mistake here by Zach Lubin. He absolutely mistimes his jump here. He tries to punch, he takes the wrong angle, and Schmidt, easy finish. All he has to do is just tap it over the line into the back of the net.
That United goal was brought to you by Delta Dental of New Mexico. Teeth mean business, so does Justin Smith. Showed the armband to the crowd after he scored the goal. It's his second goal of the season for New Mexico United. It was in off of his chest. He just needed to touch it with any part of his body. And it's 2-0 New Mexico United.
Zach Lubin, the goalkeeper, he has to do a better job there. He comes off of his line. He goes to punch instead of trying to catch it with two hands. He misses completely. Easy finish.
Wehan. And the challenge there. A.J. Cochran tangle up. And it's a free kick. That's going New Mexico's way. Well, if 1-0 down was pressure, 2-0 down just heaped a whole nother monkey on the back of Phoenix Rising.
And Phoenix, they aren't at home for this one. They are on the road here against a team that has owned them, or I wouldn't say owned them, but has played them very tough. If Phoenix is this championship team that many people think they are, this is going to be a test of their mettle. This is a test of how strong they are mentally against the New Mexico squad, New Mexico United squad, playing with supreme confidence and composure and poise.
In it goes, cleared away. Aguinaga was able to get a foot to that, only as far as Muhammad for New Mexico United. Here they come again. Into the penalty area. Oh, big save. Lubin was there for Phoenix. Still not cleared. In it goes. Headed off the 6-yard line and cleared away by Cochran.
What a smooth pass there by Hamilton. Hamilton and Salim Mohammed linking up for that movement there, that sequence. Sandoval, first of all, pretty smooth by Sandoval with the back heel, and then one touch by Hamilton, and Mohammed denied by Zach Lubin.
All given all the way back to Lubin.
But Mohammed continued his run. He made the run starting when Sandoval got the touch, and then Hamilton, quick pass as well. And when you make those kind of passes in that space, you can disrupt and cut up any defense in the league, no matter what league you play in.
Near side. Dia, that goes out of play. Phoenix looking to take this quickly. Ginaga, Amadou Dia. Lovely run by Dia. Cross comes in, took a deflection. That is out for a corner kick. on the near side of the Crown Plaza Albuquerque corner kick.
Third time this season, Phoenix trailing 2-0 in a game. I mean, this is...
And it goes. Back post, man, it just needed a touch. Dumbuya, first time ball back into the penalty area towards goal, and it is saved. Burry was there, and he had to make sure.
If you look on that corner, it looked like Whelan, excuse me. He flies in unmarked, and he just missed making contact with the ball. If he makes contact, it's 2-1.
Lovely ball in behind. Down goes Flemings. And it's just outside the penalty area. Phoenix are asking the question, was that in the penalty area? Referee Michael Radchuk says just outside. And he has that Sitel yellow card, which has been issued to Manny Padilla of New Mexico. Here's another look. Man, is that close.
And you know what helped Michael Radchuk figure out where the foul took place was that big chunk of grass that came up from the ground, that divot that came up off the ground on the contact.
Wow, look how close that is to being inside the penalty area. We're talking inches. And again, the Sitel yellow card issued to Manny Padilla for the challenge. Well, if Phoenix ever needed another magical moment from Solomon Asante, this is it. Trying to get back into this one, trailing by 2-0 with 15,000 blackout fans bearing down on them.
You know he can score goals from free kicks, so very dangerous here.
Dia is also over this for Phoenix. Asante over the bar.
Phoenix, though, that through ball there that led to this free kick shows that New Mexico, they have to tighten things up defensively. Those lanes are starting to open up. Those line splitting passes are starting to open up for Phoenix to break down this New Mexico defense.
We saw how quick on the counterattack they were able to operate it. A few times they got to that point in the first half, so we know that this game is far from over. Still over half an hour to play.
And how many times in soccer all over the world, in football all over the world, have we seen a team go up 2-0 and they either lose or they wind up with a draw? So it is never a comfortable lead, 2-0. And as our illustrious producer, Eric Valero, mentions, which I totally agree with, it is the most misleading, worst lead in all of sports, 2-0.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah. Actually, I took it out of his mouth, too. So
we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Here comes New Mexico again. And Lubin was well done to get off the line there. Here come New Mexico, and that ball is taken back. Musa, near side. Ajinaga. Flemings.
Is it 19?
I have to say, I'm very impressed with Sam Hamilton in the midfield. The way he's been able to play the ball, the touches he puts on the ball, his control has been absolutely brilliant. We're afraid he's going to pick up a yellow for this.
Well, he's already been booked. I think the referee just let him know that as well.
It wasn't that bad, but it was close.
If he was on a yellow, he might have gotten a yellow for that challenge.
So. I agree.
Here's Musa for Phoenix. Dia. Cochran. Not a bad ball in over the top, and John just couldn't get there. He applauds the effort.
Bowery also a little hesitant to go and play the ball as well.
Ooh, that was close.
It looks like he pulls
within
up.
a whisker, yeah.
He pulls up just in the nick of time to really cause damage.
So a substitution for Phoenix Rising here. All substitutions are brought to you by REDW, CPA and advisors. There's no substitution for integrity. Joey Calistri is in, and Ajinaga is out for Phoenix Rising, their first change of the night. No chance here. There's a foul on this near side. Solomon Asante is trying to take it quickly. They organize inside the penalty area. It is taken short, right back to Asante. Clever little play there. Dia headed backwards and out of play. It's a corner, though, last off New Mexico United.
Calistri, what he does, or what he brings to the match for Phoenix, someone who's a little better going forward, more of a creative, attack-minded mentality, maybe a little bit better on the ball as well than Aguinaga. So, attack-minded substitution for a Rick Chance, trying to get at least pull one back here.
Crown Plaza Albuquerque corner kick. Padilla didn't quite clear that. Musa slipped. Guzman plays it back. Padilla tries to unleash Guzman down this near side. Challenge comes in, and it's out of play. Calistri's first touch, it was a good touch, and it's out of play for a throw-in. Sandoval will leave it. We thought for a moment that Guzman might have been off to the races there.
Well, Calistri, those fresh legs on the pitch, but also kind of dropping back, being that safety valve, at least safety defensively for Phoenix.
Here's Asante. Calistri. Lambert trying to maneuver his way towards the penalty area. Still goes, and Guzman with a good challenge. Ran into a bunch of New Mexico United players there. Here's Kevon Frater. Deflected back to Guzman. Muhammad almost made it 3-0 about 5 minutes ago. That might have been close to game over if that had gone in, but a big save from Zach Lubin. And a ball given away there, out of play. And back to Phoenix Rising. Here's Musa. Asante. John. Calistri. John across the face of goal. Dia!
Ooh.
That was a big chance for Phoenix. Amadou Dia almost gave Rising a lifeline.
And if you're New Mexico United, or Troy Lesesne, you have to say, defenders attack the ball. They just let it go there. Padilla is slow to react. Tete is slow to react, but especially Padilla, who's supposed to be covering that far post. He didn't cover that far post, and Diaz snuck in behind him there and almost got the goal there that would have halved the deficit.
Forces Phoenix all the way back to Lubin. That might have been the best chance Phoenix have had all game to score.
Absolutely. Yep. He's right there in that far post, but Padilla has to either attack the ball or make sure Diaz doesn't get to the ball.
Now here come New Mexico United. Centering pass, backheeled away by Musa. Asante wins possession back. John all the way back to help keep possession for Phoenix Rising as well. Dia. Musa. Solomon Asante. He's getting all the boos for a foul he embellished on earlier in the game. Every time he touches it, the crowd are letting him hear it. What a crowd it's been. What an atmosphere here at Isotopes Park. A missed kick, and it's out of play for a goal, for a corner kick, a Crown Plaza Albuquerque corner kick. That could have been dangerous. Schmidt, who's already scored for New Mexico. And a wild kick there. Solomon Asante is serenaded at the corner flag. In it goes. Oh, a chance at a header. Flemings was in the area, missed it. Dia, Calistri. Still a chance for Phoenix. Plenty to aim at in the penalty area. Calistri finds a teammate, gets it back. Puts it into the penalty area, and Birdie is there for New Mexico United.
The New Mexico United defense, they're up 2-0, but they are starting to slack off a little bit here. The marking has been loose. It's been a little lazy in terms of attacking the ball. They cannot allow Phoenix Rising to get back into this game. So on any kind of set piece or deliveries into the area, Phoenix players have been able to win those headers. They just haven't been able to get the clean contact necessary to score a goal and pull one back. New Mexico, they cannot continue to be so lax defending. They have to continue to be aggressive and man mark when they get into the penalty area better.
Great run here from Flemings. He's pulled back.
Yeah, that's a yellow.
And that's a free kick. And Guzman is getting talked to here by the referee. And he will be booked for that challenge. The Sitel yellow card has been officially issued to New Mexico United's number 8, Juan Guzman. And here's the challenge again.
He's pulling on the shirt. It's clear. He's pulling on the shirt of Junior Flemings. Flemings got past him. Guzman trying to recover.
Another opportunity for a set piece in a dangerous spot for Phoenix. And the usual suspects are over it. Amadou Dia and, of course, Solomon Asante. One goal, as we talked about, can completely change this game, no matter who scores it. But that's the obvious point. Who's going to score it? Because that'll dictate how the rest of this game plays out.
Let's see. Asante with the right. The ball can kind of swerve away. Benjamin Bowery, if it's Dia, might be able to with the left foot. Oh, he's off the ball. It looks like Asante's going to take it.
Asante floats it in, back post, and it's wide. Player went down in the penalty area. Referee on the far side of the AR says goal kick. Michael Ratchuk looked like he was surveying it. Junior Flemings does go down there near the penalty spot. And it doesn't look like a penalty's been given.
Flemings does get the position on Suggs. And it looked like Suggs, well, I wouldn't say climbs into the back of Flemings, but definitely there's contact there. And it looked like for a little bit his arms were wrapped around the back of Flemings. That is tough. If you're Phoenix, you might have a point there in terms of a penalty.
Looks like New Mexico will make a substitution. All substitutions are brought to you by REDW CPA and Advisors. There's no substitution for integrity. As you see there, it's Ethan Sampson who is on for New Mexico United. Sandoval, Frater on the near side. In it goes, and it's headed away. Dumbuya with a crucial intervention there.
Sandoval is maybe a split, about a second or a second and a half a second late from getting to that service from Frater. If Sandoval is there on time or a little bit sooner, he's got a bullet header over the line into the back of the net.
Phoenix trying to clear their lines. Dumbuya does. And New Mexico United will reset. Here comes New Mexico United again. Far side, in it comes. Hamilton, no. Sandoval blocked. Dia just about clears it. Now Lambert. Hamilton is harassing him. It's a free kick for Phoenix.
Well, that started with Hamilton through the middle, winning the ball, getting around one Phoenix player.
Lovely idea, first time ball, but John is muscled out of there by, in the end, Josh Suggs.
Hamilton bursting through the middle there and then playing it out wide. Got it back off of the header. And once again, I've been impressed with Sam Hamilton and how he's been able to win the ball, hold the ball, keep the ball at his feet in the middle amongst all the traffic. And time his passes correctly to play the ball out wide, open things up for his teammates. I like what Sam Hamilton has done in this game.
Back with Phoenix Rising. Junior Flemings. John, chance to shoot possibly. Centering pass and Asante was cut off. Not quite cleared though. Now it is. Weehan off to the races. He's still going. Sandoval with him. Weehan shoots. Saved by Lubin. Sandoval was begging for it on the near side. He didn't get it to him. Here come Phoenix the other way with Doumbouya. Everything but that last pass from Christopher Weehan. That could have been the match wrapped up.
Great counterattack. First of all, he stayed on his feet when there was contact in the midfield.
Here's Dia into the penalty area, shielded away. And New Mexico have it with Sandoval, the goal scorer.
Weehan, he's got to lay it off to Sandoval on that right side. If he makes the pass at the right time, maybe he can get it back to Weehan, but more than anything, Sandoval, who's been hot coming into that. I mean, he's got, what, 6 goals, 7 goals in the last 3 or 4 games? He's got to pass it to Sandoval and let Sandoval make that move. First of all, well done to body off Cochran there and stay on his feet. He just holds the ball too long. Yes, it's a shot on target and it's a big save by Lubin, but Sandoval is unmarked down that right side, and Sandoval has a goal in this game. He's been the hottest goal scorer for New Mexico United. A little selfish there by Weehan.
Another substitution. All substitutions are brought to you by REDW CPA Advisors. There's no substitution for integrity. Ben Spencer is on for Phoenix Rising. And Mustafa Doumbouya is out for Phoenix Rising. Second change made by Rick Shantz. Far side, in it comes. Oh, it's in! Sensational strike, and Nick Calistri gives Phoenix a lifeline. What a goal! The substitute, Joey Calistri, has Phoenix Rising back in this. How on earth did he find the angle?
Squeezing it in the near post. Great through ball down that right side by Corey Whelan. And Calistri with his 5th goal of the season. And you felt like Phoenix, they were going to get the goal. You just felt like they were attacking, they were going forward. They had chances on set pieces. And it's the second half substitute that pulls one back. And how about the pass there by Corey Whelan? That is a brilliant ball by your center back to set up a goal, and Calistri with the finish.
Ball deflected back. Now Phoenix has 15 minutes to try to save this. Now's the time. Head to New Mexico United's Twitter page to vote for the Star Brothers Brewing Company Star of the Match, twitter.com/New Mexico UTD. Plenty to choose from, but there's still 15 minutes to go. A new hero could emerge, but send us your thoughts there to New Mexico United's Twitter account. Here's Sam Hamilton. For Joey Calistri came on as a substitute. He has made an impact for Rick Shantz's group. Phoenix are back in this. Bit of a tangle of legs there. Brought back for a free kick for Phoenix. And looks like a substitution will be made here for New Mexico. All substitutions are brought to you by REDW CPA and Advisors. There's no substitution for integrity. Austin Yearwood is going to come on. And Kevon Frater is going to be sacrificed by New Mexico here with just under 14 minutes to go.
This is a defensive substitution here by Troy Lesane. With Austin Yearwood, this is a possibility of 5 in the back here because Sampson came on already for Padilla. They have Suggs maybe pinch in as that third center back, and then Yearwood on the left, all the way wide on the left.
Kevon Frater said in the lead up to this game, not only was tonight going to be quote unquote fire, as the kids would say, he said that his team, he considers his team the best in the league. He knows what the numbers say about Phoenix Rising and things of that nature. His team has been the better side tonight so far. Can they see it out over the last 13 minutes? Without him, that's a free kick for Phoenix that Flemings draws on this near side.
Well, they can see it out. The problem is, will they see it out? Because Phoenix has been putting a lot of pressure on the defense and the midfield of New Mexico United. And New Mexico United is having to rely on counterattacks to generate goal-scoring chances in the second.
Booted back downfield towards Zach Lubin. The official attendance was just over 13,000 inside Isotopes Park in Albuquerque, New Mexico. There you go, 13,009. What an atmosphere they've provided. They've been a little quieter since the goal from Joey Calistri went in. But they know there's still a long way to go in this game. 12 minutes, and then of course some stoppage time, most likely at the end of that as well. Can Phoenix save themselves? They're trying to avoid, God help them, a losing streak after winning 20 straight. There's still time though. Meanwhile though, Christopher Weehan, he was away earlier. He's away here. He's still going. Weehan blocked. Out of play for a throw-in, and again he had a man this time to his left.
Yeah, it was Yearwood.
And Yearwood was there. Weehan went for glory and was denied again.
Yeah, Weehan once again holding the ball too long before he decided to take the shot and not looking up and spotting a teammate who was available. Yearwood on that left side. Yearwood brought in as a defensive player. And this is New Mexico United, how they're going to play. Well, they've been playing like this for the majority of this second half. Sit back, wait for a counterattack, a turnover to midfield, and try to turn it into a counterattack.
Flemings into the penalty area, headed high into the air. John is trying to read it. Goalkeeper is there. Great shielding job at the back post to keep John away, and Burry seals it and has it in safe hands for the moment for New Mexico United. We've still got 10 heart-stopping minutes to go.
Now, turnover in the midfield. That's what they needed.
Booted forward towards Suggs, and he handled it. It bounced up onto his left arm. And it's going to go Phoenix's way. That was a chance for New Mexico United out on the break.
Well, now that Kevon Frater is out and Yearwood is in, Weehan is going to be more of a target to play the ball out of the back and attack the back line in the defense of Phoenix.
Weehan and Flemings get tangled up. Guzman's there to help him. Phoenix putting some pressure on. Musa is watching over Muhammad. Weehan plays that forward, cut out by Abadou Dia. Here's Solomon Asante working his way into some space. Calistri, the goal scorer for Phoenix, gives it away. Weehan tries to outlet it towards Sandoval, and New Mexico keep possession well.
You see Calistri pushing to the middle, and there was no one overlapping on the right side. No one was there on the right side to overlap, even though there was a ton of space for someone to fill in and make that run on the right side. And that's a lost opportunity for Phoenix to generate a real dangerous goal-scoring chance.
Given away, not yet though. Sandoval saves it. Sampson's pass was a little errant, switching fields now onto the far side. Chance for New Mexico. Into the penalty area it goes. Suggs blocked. And it's going to roll out of play. A throw-in for New Mexico United on the far side. Just under 9 minutes of play to go in the 90. And before that throw-in is taken, looks like Tommy Madden is going to come in for New Mexico. And Christopher Weehan will come out. All substitutions are brought to you by REDW CPA and Advisors. There's no substitution for integrity. Well, Weehan had a couple of chances to seal it and showed you his skill on the counterattack and put in a good shift tonight for New Mexico United.
Yeah, Weehan had some great opportunities in the second half on the counterattack, but I think his biggest mistakes on both occasions was that he was too selfish. He had, on one occasion, Sandoval on the right. He had Yearwood on the left. If he gives it up, could be looking at a 3-1. Little more comfortable for New Mexico if they're up 3-1.
First touch for Tommy Madden. New Mexico have now exhausted all of their substitutes. Phoenix can use one more if they want to. Ball sent forward. Not the best header by Hamilton. Second time wasn't that great either. Flemings to John. John tried to get through, was touched away. A couple of New Mexico United players possibly got a touch to that. Justin Schmidt was the one right in front. And Adam John almost had a chance to weave his way into the penalty area.
Yeah, him and Spencer, it looks like, working very well there in those tight spaces. It's going to be an intense last 8 minutes or so.
Ben Spencer, his first major act of the game. He pressures it back there, but New Mexico United do clear it. Sandoval trying some hold-up play, and Cochran heads it into the path of Lambert. Here's Whelan to A.J. Cochran. Musa. Good ball down this near side. Diaz ball in, deflected. Phoenix keep possession on a clever flick by Musa. Musa. Not the best ball into the penalty area, and it's cleared away. We're being told that Joseph Farrell is getting ready to come on for A.J. Cochran for Phoenix Rising. That'll be their last substitution when they get a chance. 6 minutes to go. Musa slipped, and it's back with New Mexico United. Here's Madden. Dia trying to chase him down, wins the ball clean. Here comes Phoenix. Flemings. John chests it down, tries a headed centering pass. Two players get tangled up. Phoenix were hoping for a free kick there, not given. And here come New Mexico United. It's Josh Suggs turning on the Jets. Sandoval is with him, he cuts it back.
Ooh, Sandoval had a lot of space. It was unmarked between him and Whelan. Good service by Suggs, and Sandoval had a great opportunity there.
Almost found him again there, went just under his boot. And it's back with Phoenix Rising, coming down on 5 minutes to go. Floated forward. Schmidt sends it back towards the halfway line. Lambert wins the header. Musa to Amadou Dia. Into the penalty area, flicked him, and almost fell for John. Asante puts the pressure on. Guzman is composed on the ball, and New Mexico clear. Madden, they want to go New Mexico, and they might have numbers here, but Lubin does his job brilliantly and covers.
And well done by Yearwood. He's the one that created that little break opportunity from deep in his own attacking half, or defensive half.
Asante shoots, and it's over the bar. Tried to silence the 13,000 plus who've been booing him all night. Could not quite do it that time. Here's the confirmation of the change. First, though, the shot from Asante. Weaved his way into the penalty area and shoots it over the bar. Joseph Farrell in for A.J. Cochran. Last change for Phoenix Rising. All substitutions are brought to you by REDW CPA and Advisors. There's no substitution for integrity. There's now no more substitutions for either side with just under 4 minutes to go.
And Farrell listed as a defender, so just to get some fresh legs to help out on the counterattacks here that New Mexico have deployed here in the second half.
Into the penalty area, Lubin and Guzman got together. Ball is outletted out. New Mexico win it back, Muhammad, but it's given right back to Phoenix. Musa, still time for Rising. 3 minutes plus stoppage time. They're trying to find an equalizer desperately. Fleming's putting the pressure on Madden. It's out of play. It's a Phoenix throw-in. Lambert moving forward with it now, Corey Whelan. A lot of players forward for Phoenix. Lambert. Lambert takes it on, and it is saved.
Tricky save there by Benjamin Bowery. That ball getting all the way to the goal through a forest of bodies and goalkeepers. They always want to, it's ideal for them if they can see the ball the minute it is off the foot of the player taking the shot. Bowery's able to see it in time to make a pretty comfortable save.
Farrell keeps it in for Phoenix. 2 minutes to go. Can Phoenix pull off the comeback? They were 2-0 down. Flemings to Dia. Dia. That's out of play. He wins a corner. A Crown Plaza Albuquerque corner on the near side for Phoenix.
Mexico better be careful here because Phoenix, they've shown the ability to win these services, these deliveries in the air into the penalty area.
Dia will take the corner. In it comes, the header is off the bar! Not cleared, off the bar again! 2 times striking the woodwork. Phoenix desperately close. They still have it. In it comes, flicked on, not quite there. Dia could get back onto it. A minute to play. Dia puts it in, desperately headed away. Shot comes in, it's 2-2! Oh, can you believe it? From 2-0 down, Phoenix are level. Calistri again. Joey Calistri silences 13,000 in Albuquerque. And the leaders in the USL Championship show their championship medal. It's a sensational strike.
Calistri, unmarked, super sub, Joey Calistri. Look at that ball, it's rising like a phoenix when he strikes it. And how about after 2 shots off the posts in the span of what, 10 seconds? It falls to Calistri, and he is able to score a brilliant goal. But the New Mexico United defense bursting under the pressure of the best team in the league. What a comeback for Phoenix.
Stoppage time is brought to you by Orange Theory Fitness. We're in the orange zone now. I wish it was more, folks, but it's only 3 minutes of added time. Joey Calistri, as a second half sub, has single-handedly brought Phoenix back from the brink.
Well, New Mexico United, they took the lead in the 53rd minute, and they weren't as aggressive in terms of their marking in the midfield. They weren't as aggressive in terms of marking any player in the box in the air. They weren't as aggressive winning the possession and trying to push the game forward into their attacking half. They just sat back, absorbed the pressure, and with a team like Phoenix, you cannot do that for 40, 45 minutes.
Is there time for New Mexico to answer? Guzman's ball in, though, is behind Sandoval. Is there time for somebody to try to find a winner here? About a minute and a half to go.
When you're up 2-0, the best way to win the game is to make it 3-0. And New Mexico, they just got very lax. They got too complacent. And they gave up a couple of goals. You cannot let the best team in the league push forward and get chances. Amazing.
The second minute of stoppage time is almost up. I don't want this game to end. I don't know about you, George. What a game.
We need someone to fake an injury here for about another 3 minutes so that we can have 3 more minutes added on and then possibly get a game winner.
Oh, man. If this isn't a playoff preview, I don't know what is. That ball's out of play. There's still 45 seconds to go if Phoenix can get the ball back in here. They might not be in any hurry. They might feel pretty fortunate right now to be level. And that man, Troy Lesane, has got to be thinking, man, we had it.
Yep. He cannot be happy with this result. The first half, well, this actually started late in the first half with New Mexico sitting back and absorbing the pressure of Phoenix. That pressure, he felt, was released a little bit with Schmidt's goal, but then after that, Phoenix just poured it on. Eventually got the equalizer.
Final seconds ticking away here. Corey Whelan has it. Is there time? Referee did look at his watch. Lambert will send this forward for Phoenix. It's back with New Mexico United. Madden. Does New Mexico have time to try to re-win this? It's played forward. In behind Suggs, can he keep it in? He lets it go. And will there be time to take this? It looks like there will be. It's a Crown Plaza Albuquerque corner. Josh Suggs, the captain for New Mexico United. Is there one last twist to the tail?
There better be for New Mexico.
Here we go. Probably the last play of the game. Suggs in, flicked away, falls for Guzman, battled around in there, it's blocked. The chance fell, and it's over. New Mexico United's last-ditch effort is blocked off the 6-yard line and down 2-0. Phoenix get out of Albuquerque with a point.
And look at how Phoenix is celebrating. They're celebrating like they won the US Open Cup or something. They're celebrating. Maybe they know they've clinched home field advantage throughout the playoffs, but the way they came back against New Mexico, you have to give them full credit for that. And so disappointing from New Mexico United.
With the loss by Indy 11, that does clinch it for Phoenix Rising. What a comeback, what a game between these two. There is your Star Brothers Brewing Company star of the match. It is number 9 for New Mexico United, Devin Sandoval. He started off the night with a brilliant goal inside the 4th minute of play. New Mexico United added a second goal to go up 2-0. And of course, Phoenix Rising pulled 2 back, both from Calistri. As you take a look at that goal from Sandoval, it is the Michelob Ultra play of the match. It is the goal from Devin Sandoval inside of 4 minutes that gave New Mexico United their dream start. They added the second, a header at the back post by Justin Schmidt, but the substitute, Joey Calistri, pulls 2 back for Phoenix Rising. And they rise from the dead.
It was a brilliant performance in the second half by Phoenix Rising.
What a game. New Mexico 2, Phoenix Rising 2. More to come from Albuquerque after a quick break.
You search joke. 3 smart devices walk into a bar.
A bar is a counter where beer is served. Beer. Michelob Ultra is a beer free of artificial colors or flavors.
Favors are friendly gestures like ordering a beer.
I will have one. No, your operating system is not old enough.
Ha, ha.
Ha.
There's enough artificial in the world. Michelob Ultra. No artificial colors or flavors. Superior light beer.
That is a good one.
Sean St. Jacques, George Metellus back here with you. Phoenix are celebrating like they just won the whole darn shebang.
Yeah.
Came back from 2-0 down here in a hostile environment in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and they steal a point from New Mexico United. 2-2 was the final. Let's take a look at the highlights, George, from an epic game, maybe one of the games of the season in the USL Championship this season. Both teams had plenty to play for, but it was New Mexico United in front of over 13,000 in a blackout crowd that got off to the dream start.
Yeah, it's a brilliant service over the top here by Manny Padilla and Sandoval with the finish. And this was in the 4th minute, and you're figuring, okay, New Mexico United, they've got this second half. Justin Schmidt takes advantage of a mistake as Zach Lubin just poorly comes off of his line to attack the ball, and it is 2-0. And then after this, New Mexico, they became very conservative, and then they give up the goal here. And Benjamin Bowery, he's got to cover the near post better there and deny the chance. But this is a great ball here by Corey Whelan, no question about it. And Joey Calistri's second half substitute, he was a hero for Phoenix.
He scores that goal. We were just talking off the air. I don't know which of Joey Calistri's goals was the better one.
Yeah.
Here's the second. This came after 2 chances for Phoenix hit the woodwork.
And buries it. Brilliant technique. How many times have we seen players from that distance and the shot goes over the crossbar, but he buries it to shock, stun, and silence the crowd at Isotopes Park. A great comeback by Phoenix as they were chasing the game more aggressive, but New Mexico United little too passive after they took that 2-0 advantage, too conservative, and it cost them 3 points and a big win.
Look at what it means to Phoenix Rising to come back from that adversity, to snatch a point away. Here's the Western Conference standings. New Mexico United drops 2 spots to 10th. That shows you how big 3 points would have been tonight for New Mexico United. Phoenix Rising have now clinched home field throughout the entire playoffs because of the loss by Indy 11 earlier tonight, and they have to feel extremely confident with the way that they were able to bounce back.
Yeah, and New Mexico United, if they had picked up the points with the goal differential, would be in 7th. Now they're in 10th. That's tough. That is tough for them. Disappointing.
What a night in Albuquerque, New Mexico. 13,000 plus saw it. They were blacked out. It was 2-0 New Mexico. Everything was going United's way, but a substitute came on and saved the day. 2 goals from Joey Calistri, 2-2 the final, one of the games of the season. What a night for our entire crew. And George Metellus, I'm Sean St. Jacques saying so long. Hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.